family, friends and classmates of the 5 Soweto children who died after allegedly eating snacks from a local Spaza shop gathered for a memorial service in Naledi. The children, who were between the ages of 6 and 10, died on Sunday. We're joined now by City of Joburg MMC for Safety, Dr Mgcini Tshwaku. Good evening, MMC. Thank you very much for joining us on the program. So tensions have been simmering in Naledi since the deaths. Today was, of course, the memorial service for the children. You also led an inspection in Soweto since yesterday. What did you discover?
No, thank you very much. Good evening to yourself and also to the listeners. Yesterday, of course, we did the inspection at Naledi. We found, if you look at my Twitter handle, we found that the owners of the Spaza shops, whilst they don't comply with the EMS, they don't have a plan, and also the owner of Spaza shop is sleeping there. And then secondly is that what they normally do is that they take these packets of chips, very big ones, and then they unpack them and package without following any rules. So what I wanted to really to demonstrate was that this work of inspection, we've done it last year. We had a thing with the National Association of Spaza Shops. We even came to the TV, and they even promised that they are going to come up with a quality management system on how to handle this food in case of disaster and all of those things. And also we said that because there are tensions in the community, in terms of community wanted to benefit on the economy of the Spaza shops, they said they're going to come up with a model how they can get the community involved. So 2 months ago, 1 month ago, roughly around there, we met up when the kid was those two kids, the kid was shot.
Yes.
And then I reminded them that what the things that out, and they need to start quality management. And then they don't have it. So that's why I take a call now. I think genuine that the Spaza shop, we need to close them, audit them, and then make them comply and reissue licenses or some sort of a compliance certificate again. And all ones which are not complying, we must actually close them. I've engaged, must be like the effort of the province. I was just in informal conversations with the premier, but not like formally, just like exchanging some ideas. Look, this is what I'm thinking, Premier, that we need to come in multidisciplinary, and there needs to be the call. Because what I found there was actually shocking in terms of, these chips were on the floor, so they're repackaging them, so anything can happen.
On the floor?
On the floor, yeah.
Maybe perhaps did they try to cover with a newspaper on the floor, or are you saying either a tiled floor or an untiled floor, the chips were there and then they repackage?
No, like, you have a bucket that is like very exposed. Okay. They will package them, they will package them there. And then these small packets, they'll put them all on the floor there. And when we found they were not there, so everything was exposed there. Like, you can see it's very dirty. I mean, I had environmental health inspector that was there. He has actually issued a non-compliance. He even took some, because
MMC,
those were snacks, those are the same.
Pardon me for interjecting there, but what has been the response of the property owners that rent out these spaces to some of these Spaza shop owners?
They were not there. They are somewhere in Velcom or something. In many of these areas, some of the people who, it looks as if the owners are the ones who will apply, because I asked them for a certificate of acceptance from developmental planning, and what they told us that the owner is not around, they went to Velcom. So these are the things that you normally find in other shops. Some of the owners are not staying there. And of course, some of them are there because, of course, there is an economic benefit in terms of the Spaza shop being there, where they will rent about anywhere between 3,000 and 5,000. But I tell you right now, I'm saying that I don't have time for negotiations and for talks anymore. That we must, because now we have this relationship between ourselves with the province and national, we must go very hard. And then also you find that in the shops, again, they sell cream. This cream for the facial creams. They have hydroquinone, and hydroquinone is a banned, chemical. It's a whitening thing.
And it's banned. It's a banned product. Yes, banned chemical.
Yeah. So you find them there, and all of those. So I'm saying that they will never find any, any protection. Well, I'm just saying that, there's not going to be. I don't have time now to really talk to the guy. They must come to the party. And because we asked them, in case of a disaster like this, normally what will happen is that there will be a quarantine of whatever food or biscuit or anything, and it will be removed, and all the shelves of the Spaza shops, a batch will be tracked up until to where it was manufactured. So there's no such thing like that, and there's non-cook compliance. Let's not go around the circles. And remember, this thing is that in Soweto alone.
But MMC, you left it to the National Association of Spaza Shops to create some sort of a compliance model, and they failed you. Why did you leave it up to them, though?
No, look, the matter for the point, you said, like, look, this is the time. We just give you time. Yes, you must just consult, go to the Food Health Association, get the compliance and all of that. I mean, it is. If you want to sell, that's what you need to do. You need to really comply and develop, those systems. And they promised, because they all came out, even the national leadership actually came out there. So if anything happens there, if now currently we've taken samples from the Spaza shops, they've actually been taken for analysis. If there's a link between the death of the kids with the Spaza shop, then I say that those people, they must take full responsibility, and criminal charges must be placed along those people there. But look, there's going to be now an engagement, because I say to them that councillors must be involved now, ward councillors must be involved, ward committees must be involved, patrollers must be involved, and environmental health. Look, another call that we must make is that there are a lot of environmental health practitioners that were used during COVID. Like, because the municipality does not have enough funds, but you can tap in the province. Let's bring this all these environmental health guys to come here. They're sitting at home. Let us do a compliance. That is maybe my proposal. Or else you're going to find that communities are going to take the law into their own hands. We need
Speaking of community members, I heard you on another platform urging community members to come to the party and assist with ensuring safety compliance from these local businesses. Now, I don't want to misunderstand what you possibly meant with that, but for some quickly, they felt that that would have been unfair to expect community members to be policing compliance in this area, that you need to bring in inspectors because it could lead to conflict between the community members and business owners in the area.
No, I think that, I don't remember that, but what I said was that people must be very careful, must be wary in terms of the food that is being sold, and report, like, if any, there are those instances where you find that one of the part of the yogurts or chips, they are not, compliant. It's just that we must remain vigilant into all of that. And so I think that myself, what I was saying that, and consistent was to saying that I've engaged, I have lots of meetings, and they're not coming to the party. And I think that what councillors must come to the party, JMPD, police, everyone, environmental health, let's get them together and let's make a call that all these Spaza shops must be closed. Compliance must be done, it must be reapplicated and reopened, or else we're going to see a disaster happening. But I saw, even, look at my clip there, and the guys, they're actually very stubborn. I mean, one of them wanted to really bribe me, but they were talking. But I was waiting for him just to take out money. He said, boss, come this side, and like that. I told him that, my man, I think that you're not going to do what I think that you're going to be doing. And then I had some whispers.
To a whole MMC.
Yeah, and like I told him that, I said, my man, look, I think that because every time when you do operations, they're being healed for everything. They like to say, big boss, come this side, come to my office and all of that. There's a lot of bribery that is happening. That's why I'm saying that we need to do that. And I think engagements must happen, because you know what, there are a lot of them. I mean, in Soweto alone, probably look at about over 5,000 roughly. But it can be even more. There's some numbers of mine that I don't have between. But every corner you turn in Soweto, there's a job. You will close here. And then after, you will close here, they open on the other side, and then they will move in that same area, and then the other communities, they're going to be opening on the other side. So I also appeal to the community as well, is that once we close some of these Spaza shops, can they please, let's come on board. Let us not have a move that, because look, these Spaza shops, they supply essentials. In Tepisong, I'm just making an example, Tepisong, we closed about 15 of them. But after 7 days, there was a community meeting that they considered that these Spaza shops must actually open. Because remember, so communities, some of them are benefiting, some are not. So there must be an engagement with the community in terms of how it's going to happen like that.
Doctor, thank you very much for your time this evening. That's City of Johannesburg MMC for Safety, Dr Mgcini Tshwaku.